All right, guys, I know it has been such a long time since my last episode. I'm very sorry about that. I want to take a couple seconds before this episode starts just to talk a little bit about that. Basically, when I was starting to have just barely enough clips for the next episode, which is this episode, my spring break came, and I'm very unable to record over spring break and to even upload just because I have very poor internet and a poor recording environment at my house. So I'm very sorry about that. However, because of that, I now have enough clips for like 2 episodes. I will try to get both of those out very shortly. Um, and again, I'm kind of sick right now, so hopefully it still sounds all right, but I do really want to get this episode out as soon as I can, so hopefully you'll bear with me. Also, I do want to kind of say that I did get new headphones over the break, which means I now have a better mic. I love you. So hopefully everything will sound better at my end as far as recording goes and as far as streaming goes. Hopefully I'll find time to stream. I have a very, very busy rest of the semester, so I don't know how frequent things like that will be or how delayed episodes will be because of that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate the continued support. Have a beautiful day and enjoy the episode. So kicking off day 206, we get to level 92 cooking. Really cool to be halfway to 99 in this skill. I haven't really been grinding it for the most part. I've really only been doing it when I need strange rocks. But as you'll see in the next clip, we get 93 cooking. So I did grind it for a while. I don't know if that was just because I really needed to AFK or because the strange rock was just being super, super stubborn. Regardless, though, did get a great chunk of XP in cooking. I'm not camping it for much longer, though. I hit level 85 strength while working on my Jack of Trades. That was actually pretty funny. I forgot that I was that close to a level. But then that did end this day at 2430 total level and 185.7 mil XP. Let's move on to day 207. Now, in this day, I decided to try crafting some dragon bracelets, and the reason for this is because it can actually be profitable crafting experience if you get a really good buy and sell price on all of your materials. Now, the reason for that is because they're a decent item to alch. So if you can get a good buy price, you can sell them to alchers and overall make a very small profit. I did make a small profit on these. I made around 10K of them, which wasn't a whole lot, but it was still a decent chunk. You can get around 160 plus K crafting XP if you're actively paying attention to it, but regardless, did get 97 crafting. That was very cool, and I did spend a lot of the day doing this. As you'll see in my end of the day clip, 676K crafting XP gained on this day. It was very tedious, but it was definitely worth pushing through. Ending the day on 2431 total level and 187 mil XP, let's check out day 208. Now, in this day, I did actually gain around 1 mil XP, but I don't really have any clips to prove it. Pretty much this just goes to demonstrate how spread out levels get at higher levels into the game, in that I did not gain any levels despite gaining 1 mil XP on this day. I'm very close to divination and woodcutting levels, but I didn't really camp them to finish those levels. I did wind up ending the day here, though. Again, 2431 total levels, same as yesterday, but 188 mil XP. Let's move on to the next day. Began this day finally doing another cache. This is a mini game or a distraction and diversion that I always need to force myself to do. I'm still very bad at it. I say in every episode that I need to get better at it, but here is some evidence that I am trying. I got to level 89 divination, which is great. It unlocks divine cavefish bubbles. I did do some of these later into my Jack of Trades. I've switched, and I'm now just doing divine simulacrums. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but the divination daily that gives you divination XP, just because I feel like that's going to be much more useful than fishing XP. I can camp fishing a lot easier than I can camp divination. So, again, divine cavefish bubble is really cool. I did take advantage of it for a while, but not anymore. After that, I went to do a curl task with my buddy, got to level 86 strength, or defense rather, if you look in the chat. I know the pop-up says 85, but I did get to level 86. This also took me to 127 combat, very slowly making progress in my combat level and in all of my combat stats in general. This was actually a really interesting curl task in that this is the first time I actually came with what felt like decent gear. You know, I had overloads, I had not augury, it's torment and soul split going. I had a chaotic staff, and even though I still only had subjugation, it felt like I was no longer a leech. I was actually contributing very effectively toward kills, and it just felt really good. And as you would have it, one of the only times I actually did out DPS my friend, we get a Zamorakian ward. Shame it was a ward and not a garb or a gown, but however, it's nice to say that, or nice to see that with Invention coming out, wards did become a little bit more useful because people are using them to disassemble for Samurai King components. So I did get a decent sell price on it, as you'll see in the next clip. So I was pretty happy about it after I saw that, but on the drop, I was kind of salty. So 450k made just from the drop of that ward, which is kind of cool, and around 1.7 mil for each of us in the split. All in all, not too bad of a task. Very happy to get that done, make a little bit of profit while working on a Reaper assignment. Working my way to Teaks so I can work on some crystallizing in the morning. I did end the day here though at 2433 total level and 189.5 mil XP. Let's check out day 210. Now, as you'll see, if you'll look at my rune metrics, I'm not getting fantastic XP per hour, but it is the best XP per hour that I can be getting in woodcutting at this stage in the game. Really, the only way that that's going to increase was if I had like an avatar next to me, or if I just had a higher woodcutting level to have a better chance of cutting logs. I did get level 90 and 91 woodcutting, which is pretty cool, making solid progress there. I'm really not camping crystallized teaks either, unless I need strange rocks for the most part. They're kind of tedious. I do definitely enjoy doing this over other methods just because it is so much more efficient in terms of XP per hour, but it's not something that I'm really going to camp straight to 99 anytime soon, I don't think. Casual farm run after that, got to level 91 farming. Very cool to be making solid progress here. See, with farming, I would really like to be able to pick up my XP, I don't want to say XP per hour, but the rate at which my farming level is increasing, but I don't want to do that much more than I already have because I don't want it to blow bank on farming. And I know I could do warbands. Maybe I'll try and get into warbands, but I feel like it's just so difficult to actually find my way into a friend's chat and learn all of the PvP sort of techniques I would need to learn in order to be accepted into a friend's chat. It sounds like it's so much effort when I could just be better about camping my farm runs. And I know once I'll get up toward 94, I can harvest my crystal tree once a day for 15k XP as well. So I think farming is just something that I really need to make sure I'm more active about. And worst case scenario, if farming is one of my last skills to level up, I can just camp Aqua Knights. I think I would do something like that more likely than actually getting into warbands, unless I have a bunch of friends in my clan setting together an actual warbands event or something like that. Went on to get level 92 agility as well after that. Bunch of levels on this day. Super hyped about that. Doesn't unlock anything special, but it is halfway to 99. I've been I want to say pretty good about making sure that I do agility whenever the Hef and Voice of Saren is active, just because I don't want to have to grind out a bunch of agility without that Voice of Saren. And I know if I avoid agility, then it's going to be one of my last things to 99. I'm going to have to do that. And that's just so inefficient, and it pains me because I don't like agility. So I'm trying to force myself through it when the good opportunities arise, and I've made pretty solid progress with that. After that, I did have another curl task, and this one I actually wanted to put myself to the test and see if I could solo it. I wasn't able to stay here for a massively long amount of time. I don't think I lasted the full instance, but I did last here for quite a while, and it was really cool to actually get a gown. I went to solo a boss, and I got a drop. It felt so good. I feel like I'm not a complete shit kid anymore, even though I do look at my account. I know I see so many different places it could improve, literally every skill, because none of them are 200 mil, but it felt good to actually reach that level of success and feel like I broke that milestone on this account. It was so cool. Even went on to get level 87 defense. Very cool there as well, making solid progress there, trying to get those stats up. And all in all, a very good task. I was quite happy with it. Working on some Slayer, working on an Elf task. Casually got a Serenic Scale drop. That was pretty cool. Nothing too special about this clip other than finally getting some decent drops from Slayer. Always quite happy about that. After that, though, my augmented Catic Staff had hit level 10. I was unable to hit level 12 or even as high as level 15 on any of my items at this point, just because I don't have the invention level for it yet. So I did siphon this, got to level 50 invention, which is very cool to make solid progress there. Super happy about that. A lot of clips on this day, ending the day here though at 2439 total level and 192.2 mil XP. Fantastic progress. Let's move into day 211. While I was at a Jadinko task, I finished up a level 10 Black Salamander, which is really cool. Disassembling that got me to level 53 invention. Very solid progress there. 3 levels from 1 disassemble. Always feels great. After that, went on to just use a standard Balmung. I think I had one in the bank, and the only reason I was using my Black Salamander before this was just because it was very close to leveling up. But I did hit level 86 strength off of this as well. Very cool. In a future task, got that Balmung to level 10 as well. Disassembling that got me level 55 invention. Again, solid progress. Still getting more than 1 level per disassemble, so that's always fantastic. After that, I decided to try out Superheat form with Curly Roots in the Jadinko lair. Got to level 94 fire making, which is pretty cool. If you look at my rune metrics in the bottom right-ish area, 623k XP per hour, give or take. There was a time when this was closer to 400k, but if you pay a lot of active attention to it and you make sure you're going to the closest route and everything like that, you plan out a route and everything around the routes, then you can actually get that upwards of 600, 700, even close to 800k if you're very, very good about it. I was not quite that fortunate, but it's awesome XP per hour, and I know that if I ever really want to grind this to 99 and I'm motivated enough to do this actively and not AFK at all, I will definitely do this because the XP is just so good. Making some more progress in that Necro task from before I got to level 91 Slayer, which is pretty cool. I can now kill mutated Jadinko males. Not really anything too special about that other than it's slightly better than the Jadinko guards, or whatever the tier below that was. Not a special unlock, but still really cool progress nonetheless. End of the day here, AFKing some Divination at 195.1 mil XP, 2447 total level. Let's check out the next day. Began the day with 94 cooking, really cool progress there as well, but not a whole lot of levels today gained at all, really, just the one. 2448 total level, 196.3 mil XP on the day. As you can see on my rune metrics, over 1.1 mil XP gained on the day, just really only the one level, kind of a shame, but still awesome progress. Let's check out the next day. Began the day with a little bit of dungeoneering. As you can see, got to level 92, which is very, very cool. Another skill over halfway to 99, which is very exciting. Because it's an even level, did not unlock anything. Through dungeoneering, pretty much every unlock is on an odd level, so kind of a shame, but still very, very cool progress regardless. While doing another Slayer task, just to level up Invention, level up my weapons, did get to level 93 Constitution. Very cool to make that progress in the hit point skill. Nothing special about it, like pretty much all hit points levels. Doesn't unlock anything, but it is cool regardless. During a Black Dragon task after that, got to level 87 Strength, only 3 levels away from 90, which is still quite a while, but getting 90 will be very, very good for this account just because another level 90 skill, first of all, and second of all, that's the level I needed to be able to fish at the waterfall. So always looking forward to that, trying to make progress in that skill, but it will still be quite a ways. 2451 total level and 197 million experience is where I did decide to end this day. Let's move on to the next day and see how it went. While hunting clue scrolls, I did get another level 10 Balmung, which is really, really cool. Disassembling that, got to level 58 Invention, another Invention level that doesn't really unlock anything. I'm really hoping that in time Jagex will kind of fill in those empty levels. Would be very nice. I'm pretty sure that they have plans to do that, but regardless, very fantastic to make such solid progress in what can be a quite expensive skill, and I've been pretty good about keeping the cost of it fairly low. No other levels, but as you can see, over 1.6 million XP gained on the day. A lot of that is just because a disassemble gives you so much XP. Any day I work on a lot of Invention, I seem to get a lot of XP that day, which is just really, really good for the account. Ending the day at 2454 total level and 198.6 million XP. Let's move on to day 215, the last day of this account, and hope it goes by pretty well. Well, look at that. It's almost like I knew what was coming. 99 fletching. Very, very cool to finally hit this. It's not super special, obviously. It's only fletching. And the main reason I decided to finally grind it out to 99 instead of leaving it and just kind of letting it slowly get up there as I work on hunting my weekly strange rocks was pretty much just because I got a really shitty fletching challenge. It was like 336 Elder short bows or something. And I didn't want to ever get that again. And I didn't even do it. Basically, I just didn't want to receive those sort of dailies when I could be getting something better instead. So I decided to push this to 99 and turn off that daily challenge just so that that wouldn't be possible in the future. And so that's what I did. Another 99 down, that's 4 down, a whole bunch more to go, and hopefully in the next episode or in future episodes, we will make great progress toward other ones. That was the end of the day and the end of the episode, though, at 2455 total level and 199.2 million experience. I hope you have enjoyed this. Hope you have had a great day and continue to do so. Make sure you check back for the next episode. Hopefully it will be out in the somewhat near future, and I hope you enjoyed this episode as well. Have a beautiful day. Stay happy, and I cannot wait to see you next time because I will return and I will rebuild.
I will return and